Hi, Vanessa. Okay, this is your other question that you were asking about. And I think your question was about you could set up the two equations, but you didn't know how to decide what integer to multiply both of them by, or one of them or the other. And I'll try to remember to stress that when we get to that step. So one thing I do is I identify which of my variables stands for what. So I like to use F and G here, and then I don't need to keep track of which one is X and which one is Y. But you can use X and Y if you want to. But I'm going to solve it using F and G. So I've got two equations. The first equation is Frank is 25 years older than his sister Gloria. So Frank is Gloria plus 25. There's one equation. Okay. And the other one says in 6 years, he will be twice as old as Gloria. So in 6 years, Frank will be F plus 6 and Gloria will be G plus 6. Okay. So using those two expressions, he will be, so Frank will be twice as old as Gloria. Okay, so basically those are my two equations, and to be honest, I wouldn't even use addition to solve these two because this one is already set up for substitution. F is in terms of G. So I'm just going to plug that F into the other equation and solve for G. So I'm going to have, instead of F, I'm going to have G plus 25. That's a big age difference. I don't know what woman has one child and then 25 years later has another one, but okay. Plus 6 equals 2 times the quantity G plus 6. All right, so G, simplifying here, 25 and 6 is 31. Distribute 2G plus 12. Minus 2G from both sides. I just am always in the habit of getting my variables on the left. So that's what I do. Subtract 31 from both sides. Here I go. I still forgot to get my calculator. Okay, 31 minus 12. This is hilarious. I'm very sorry. It's a Sunday morning. 2 from 11 is 9. So 19, negative 19. So divide by negative 1. So G is positive 19. Okay, so Gina, or Gloria, whatever her name is 19. So Frank is 25 years older than that. So that's 44. Okay, so that's the end of that problem. That's how I would have done it. Again, it's hard for you guys because there's more than one way to do these problems, and you don't have as much experience as we do, and so it's harder for you to see how to solve them. But to me, the hardest part is setting up those original two equations, and so that's what I would focus on. If you can get those things right, then you'll be well on your way. And then you just might need to spend a few minutes looking at them to see the most obvious way to solve them. But again, there's more than one way. So if I had simplified that first equation to use the addition method, I would subtract G from both sides. So I would have F minus G equals 25. And then if I did the same thing for the other one, this is going to end up being 2G plus 12 here, and I want that 2G to come over with the F, and then the 6 to come over to the right hand side, so I'd subtract it. All right, and now I can solve these using addition if that's what you want to do. So you want to look at your coefficients, and again, if I multiplied the top equation by -1, my F's would cancel. Or I could multiply my top equation by -2 and my G's would cancel. So in order to decide what number to multiply one of the equations by, you want to look at your, let's see if I can get another color, look at your coefficients. And you want them to be opposites of each other. So the coefficients of f are both 1. So if one of them was negative, they would go away. So if you multiply by -1, that'll achieve that. If you look at your g coefficients, one of them is -1 and the other is -2. So if you multiplied the -1 by -2, it would become +2, which would be opposite of -2. And then you could add them and your g's would go away. So to figure out what number to multiply one of the equations by, focus on your coefficients. And there's, again, more than one way to do it. So it's whatever sort of you see first to make your coefficients be opposite of each other. Okay, I'm going to upload this. Good luck. Let me know if you need more help.